Hey everybody, thank you for joining me today. So today's video, I did one of the challenges for May. That was, we were supposed to scrap lift from Michelle, the owner of my little scrapbook store. So I put in the upper right hand corner her scrapbook layout. And we're going to start by I'm using 49 in Market. And I'm using the kid collection, the baby collection. Oh, what is it called? Like little ones, I think it is. And I'm just smushing some of the green, distress spritz, the bundled sage. Okay, and I'm using the smushing technique. I forgot. I haven't done this in so long. I really like doing the smushing technique. I like creating a little bit of like a messy background to then build up your layout on top of. And I realized, I need to go back to doing it more often. Like, you have seasons for everything. You like find yourself doing it more often than other times. And that's one of these techniques, it always comes back, but when I pick it back up again, I'm always like, why did I stop smushing my backgrounds? I don't know, but I like it. Okay, so I created a background because the paper that looked like she used had some distressing on the back and stuff. So that's why I wanted to make sure I was creating the background on this particular solids to have some more texture to it because it's just a regular plain solid color. So right now I'm going to actually heat up our paper. Now, while I was recording this, I was on a Zoom live with other members from my little scrapbook store, and we do it like once a month. We'll have a Saturday where we'll get together and do what we call Zoom rooms, and we all hang out. Some craft, some just sit and chat, pop in, pop off. You don't even have to really have your video camera on. You can just talk with us, however you want to do it. But it's fun, and I hope more and more people will start coming. They have been pretty big groups lately, so that's been nice. This one was on my birthday weekend in May. So it was May 23rd. And I was recording while live. So sometimes if it looks like I'm taking longer for certain things, it's probably because I am. Because I'm probably talking to the ladies. But I'm going to use this rub-on piece up at the top. And I decided, because I didn't have a really big title like Her Adore. So I'm going to wind up putting my title kind of to the left of the photo. And then I'm going to use some smaller words up above and below the photo. So we're just going to rub, rub, rub. Now I'm doing it a little bit longer only because I did do the mixed media on the background. So there's some areas where I just want to make sure the rub on does stick because I don't want the ink to kind of like block it, if that makes sense. And I always go back to the free tool that they gave us. I don't know if you have any of those, but I just keep them. I have like a pile of them. I know a lot of the rub-ons now don't come with any tool, but you can use a bone folder if you don't have any of these plastic ones. Or if you have one of the like stylist ones, you can use those too. All right. We should be almost done here. And there it is. So up at the top, we're going to have this little image. And then I'm going to start kind of laying things out. So I've already put my photo, oh no, I'm getting ready to put my photo on. It's matte and I'm just using a plain white. So the white is 4x6 and I cut the photo to be, what would that be? 3 3/4 by 5 3/4. So it has a nice border all the way around. And then I got my film strips. I'm using, I want to say these are from the color swatches, so like from the charcoals collection, because they're in the grays, the gray with a little bit of black on the edges. So that's how we're going to lay it out. And then I'm just going to add different things. So in the laser cuts, there was this huge like half moon, or not half moon, but a moon and like flowers. And so she has sort of like a flower image in the bottom right hand corner with one of the, like a flare. We're going to do something very similar. But right now, we're just going to get this part kind of laid down and finalized. So I know this is where I want my photo to go. And I'm going to put the glue on the back of my film strip and go ahead and put those in place. So that way, once they're down, we're good to go. And a lot of times I put it on the little small pieces going across and wherever it's going to be hiding under a photo or under something else. Don't be afraid to use glue on these. So this is the moon shape and it has the flowers. And I'm going to go ahead and attach the photo so that way it'll be in place. And then we can go ahead and attach everything else. And don't mind me, I'm just trying to make sure I don't know. I like the glue press. I really do. It's one of my favorite tools. But every once in a while, I do have to put my pen in it. And actually, even while I'm sitting here with you guys, I'm thinking I should probably fill this. Okay, so now that we have that down, I got my glass block on top of it. Now we can figure out where we're going to place the moon. And then, let's see, I gotta fill up 2 of my glue bottles actually. Go ahead and glue that down. The sentiment up above, which says, "You are so loved." And then the flare I'm gonna use says happy. And I don't know why, I wanted to use this like sort of like a bassinet. Baby carriage, I don't know, and the little birdie. So for me on this, I wanted to use some things that I was still holding on to, wasn't getting down on any of the layouts. Ooh, excuse me, all of a sudden I had to yawn, sorry. But I wanted to like use them, you know, and I just felt like this was going to be perfect. And then for the big sentiment, I'm using the word smile over to the left, and then we're going to add another couple of squirrels. I just put one on the far right, and I'm going to put one on the photo. In the bottom left hand corner, I'm going to put the squirrel. And then, let me see. Do I have any other squirrels? I think those are the only 2 that I put down. I was going to put another one down, but I decided not to. I'm just going to press and hold, let that kind of sit. And then I am going to put down, now that I'm looking at the actual layout, I do put a few hearts down over here. Yep, on the right hand side. So we're going to do a little cluster of hearts there. And then I believe that's it. I'm just going to hit it with some of the gold splatters. And that'll be all she wrote. Okay, and then I had one more heart that I wanted to put down real quick. Boo, 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 boo. And there you go. So there's 3 of them right there in a cluster all together. All right. Now, in the beginning, when I did my background, I did do some splatters, but I didn't do all of the splatters that I normally do, which in hindsight, being 2020, I don't know why I didn't. That way it would have all been done. But alas, I wasn't thinking, okay? So now that I have all that down, everything that I had pulled out, we're ready to go. I'm going to go ahead and cover my photo. I don't think I did right away. I think I started doing splatters and I was like, oh crap, I got to cover my photo. Which I should have, because I did wind up getting a little spot on his face and I was like, dang it. I may have to redo the whole, the photo, but for right now, I'm okay. I'm okay. I hate when that happens. So if you're going to be doing a background like that, go ahead and just do your splatters all at the same time. That way the splatter part is already done and you don't have to worry about it. Don't be like me, because I totally forgot to do it. I just did the one color, and I always do like like a color that matches the collection, white, and then usually I do black or gold, or sometimes I'll do just the white, black, and gold. But I like doing 3 colors. All right. Oh, okay. And so, yeah, so that's the final image. I love how it turned out. I think it's very, very similar to what she did. There's a few things that I changed differently by moving my title to the side. And then instead of just doing flowers on the right corner, doing the moon shape and still being able to use a flare. So, I mean, you don't have to be very strict to what you copy or emulate from the other project when you're scrap lifting. I like to think of it as grabbing the essence and then using and doing what makes you happy with it. You know what I mean? So thank you guys so much for joining me today. This is me in the video showing a close-up of Michelle's project. I hope you guys like this. If you do like the idea of me maybe scrap lifting more, just leave a comment down below and I'll definitely consider trying to enter this more frequently into my video schedule. Sometimes it's good for inspiration to be able to look back on others' collections and take inspiration from that. So thanks again, you guys, and I hope you have a great day and a great weekend, and I'll see you with our next video. All right. Take care.